What's up guys, Schmitty here, welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about what I think the biggest problem is going to be for Black Ops 4. And I don't necessarily mean this in a problem that's going to negatively affect the game or going to hurt it from being a good game in the long run. It's honestly probably a good problem to have, but I'm curious to see how it's going to pan out this year. So what I'm talking about is how the average individual is going to differ their time between the normal multiplayer from Black Ops 4 and the Battle Royale Blackout mode. Now this year, as we all know, Treyarch decided to go the route of adding a Battle Royale mode to their game this year, and there was a lot of questions at first on how Call of Duty could do it. We all know this story, but it ended up, as we all know, being very good. The beta went extremely well, and a lot of people are very excited for the big Battle Royale Blackout mode this year, but I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten that we still have a great multiplayer this year as well. Now, it can be easy to forget because the Blackout beta was the most recent one. Obviously, the multiplayer beta was a little over a month ago at this point. But come launch time, we're going to have both of these modes at our disposal this year for a great multiplayer experience overall. But the hard thing is going to be choosing where to spend the time the most. Now, like I said, it's a good problem to have. You know, if you do enjoy both modes, you're probably going to have a pretty hard time getting bored this year with Call of Duty. Because if you're feeling the traditional COD multiplayer one day, you've got that at your disposal. If you're not really feeling it another day, but you want to play Battle Royale, they've got Blackout as well. Again, it's a good problem to have, but it's just going to be hard to see where the majority of time is spent for the average Call of Duty player this year. And I've had this question asked to me quite a bit by friends, and by you guys have asked me down in the comments, and I think a few of you even asked me on live streams, what am I going to be playing more? Am I going to be playing multiplayer more, or am I going to be playing Blackout more? And I don't really have an answer. I mean, the ideal situation would be to perfectly divide the amount of time that I spend between each one, spend a good amount of time covering each one, but there's going to be a lot of stuff going on with each mode this year. I'm expecting multiplayer to get the same regular updates and even a big step up from what we've seen in past years. It sounds like they're going to be loading multiplayer with content this year. And as well with Blackout this year, it looks like they've got a pretty good focus into that, into constantly updating this game, putting new stuff out. We'll see if they can do it weekly or maybe even more consistent than that, because I think they all know that they kind of have to go this route and keep constant updates in, because Fortnite has done such a great job of that and kind of set the standard for gaming. And so it looks like there's just going to be a load of content to deal with all year with each of these game modes. And before somebody asked me down in the comments about zombies, I personally am not a big zombies guy, and I know that the majority of the player base will either be on multiplayer or Battle Royale. Zombies is still a very big thing. I'm not trying to purposely exclude it. I just can't personally speak for that myself because I'm not a big fan on it. But for those people that enjoy that too, you've got 3 modes to choose from how you're going to spend your time. Now, I don't feel like there's as much of a consistent content type spread thing that can come out with zombies. Obviously, there's going to be more maps and stuff, but I'm just purely speaking from the multiplayer side of things, where we have the normal multiplayer and Blackout. But with each of these modes this year, it's just going to be really hard to kind of differ my time. In fact, I'm kind of having a little bit of a hard time deciding what I'm going to jump right into when the game launches. I think I'm going to jump into multiplayer first, just because it's been the longest since I've gotten into that. I just played Blackout at this point just a little over a week and a half ago. But multiplayer would be the thing that it has been the longest since I've played by the time the game comes out. And I do miss having a good, solid Call of Duty multiplayer to go play, so I'm looking forward to hop onto that and getting the full experience with that. But I'm definitely not going to be tuning out Blackout at all. I'm still going to be playing that a bunch, especially with friends. I love playing like duos and squads and stuff, playing on Battle Royale games. It's so much fun. But I just think it's going to be really interesting how the majority of people decide to spend their time. And like I keep saying, it's a good problem to have. It's better than just, you know, we're totally relying on a good Call of Duty multiplayer. In the last couple of years, obviously we haven't gotten that, but now we have what looks to be a pretty good multiplayer this year. I've played the beta. I really had a lot of fun with it. I'm looking forward to the full experience, and Blackout, I think, took the entire world by storm, and a lot of people are very interested in that. And so we're going to have both of these modes just doing really well this year from the looks of it. And so it's going to be interesting how a lot of people choose to spend their time. Now, as far as me and what you guys can expect from content from each of these modes, I guess I'll just cover this now. I'm going to do my best to play and talk about both modes as much as I can, because I'm sure there's constantly going to be new weapons and new points of interest and stuff coming to Blackout, but there's also going to be new weapons and new maps and all that stuff coming to multiplayer as well. So like I keep saying, it's a good problem to have. I'm excited, but I think I'm gonna be doing like a balance of both this year, at least as much as I can. Now maybe at times I'll be set a little more toward one for one specific reason or the other. Maybe the other one's just getting a little more constant updates at that certain time, or maybe I'm just playing a bunch of Blackout with friends for whatever reason for just a specific set of time. I don't know, but I'm going to do my best to like kind of balance out each one, play each one, enjoy each one, and bring content on each game mode to you guys here on the channel. Again, I'm very excited for both modes, and I'm glad that both of them are looking very good this year. The last couple years with Call of Duty have been pretty lackluster, to say the least. And to make Call of Duty content and the current games out you don't really enjoy, it kind of makes it difficult. And so I'm very much looking forward to this year, to where there's just going to be a ton of different variety and stuff that you can do with this game. Now, one more thing I do want to talk about with Blackout in multiplayer. I've seen some people talk about this. I think a lot of people are afraid that Blackout is just going to totally take over Call of Duty, and then it's going to push the traditional multiplayer to the side and everything else to the side, and that Call of Duty's main focus is going to become Battle Royale. Obviously, I can't speak on this because I'm not Activision, I'm not any of the Call of Duty development studios, I don't know what their plan is, but I don't feel like they're ever going to just push traditional stuff to the side. Now, people are going to say, well, they pushed campaign to the side. It's more of a trend type thing. I mean, I feel like Call of Duty multiplayer still has a good following to it, and a lot of people still enjoy that. Campaigns, on the other hand, was a much smaller thing and just something that didn't offer replay value. Multiplayer still offers a lot of replay value. You can play that for so long, especially if they keep constant updates coming. I don't feel like, and a lot of people seem to think this, I don't feel like that they're going to get like a few months into this game and just totally stop putting out content for one of the game modes and put their whole focus into Battle Royale. I feel like they know that there's still a ton of people out there that still enjoy traditional Call of Duty multiplayer, and I don't see them taking away a big focus of that just to put all their eggs in one basket with Battle Royale mode. But with all this, I want to know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What are you going to be playing more, Battle Royale or multiplayer? Are you just a big zombies player? You don't really play the multiplayer, or looking forward to the Blackout mode? Are you just a purely zombies player? Let me know what more of the game you guys are going to be playing down below in the comments. Or are you going to try and keep a good balance of everything like I'm going to try and do? Like I said, it's a good problem to have. If we're going to have a big problem with Call of Duty, this should be the one. But I think it's something interesting to think about, is just how people are going to spend their time this year, now that it looks like we've got just a ton of content coming and a slew of good Call of Duty game modes for us to play and keep active in this year. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait till this game drops. I think we're at 16 days now till the official release. You know, for me, it can't come soon enough. I'm so excited to get on and play the brand new Call of Duty, and of course make a ton of content for you guys. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to smack the Schmidt out of like button down below. If you guys are new to the channel and looking for more content, you guys in the right place, hit the subscribe button down below as well. And turn notifications on so you guys know those videos go live. Hopefully you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.